For many families, the loss of a loved one can be a traumatic experience. Seeing the killers not showing remorse for their actions in court is enough to make anyone want to lash out in anger and attack the killer. In this video, we'll take a look at victims' families attacking killers in court, with Paul Wade's court sentencing coming first. This is Paul Wade appearing in Jefferson County District Court in Louisville, Kentucky. He's being charged with 2 counts of murder and possession of a weapon on the afternoon of Saturday, September 10th, 2022. At approximately 2:45 p.m., Edward Smith, a 26-year-old man, and Alex McCrary, a 25-year-old woman, were killed. Louisville Metro PD dispatched police officers to the 400 block of Cedar Street following a report of a shooting incident. Upon their arrival at the scene, the officers found that the perpetrator had shot and killed Smith. A few moments later, the police received a call from the resident of the 2500 block of Cedar Street, a block away from the previous shooting incident, on a report of another killing incident. When authorities got to the scene, they discovered a woman who had been shot inside her vehicle. Her name was Alex McCrary. Subsequently, the police examined security footage of the crime scenes, and they identified the individual whom they suspected to be Wade pressing the trigger. Maurice Gibson, 32, one of Wade's associates, told investigators that he unintentionally provided Wade with a ride home following the shootings. Consequently, he was accused and charged of being an accomplice in the murder. Investigators also charged Wade, who's already on probation for possession of drugs and a firearm, with the murder of the 2 victims. Now he's standing before Judge Ann Haney to receive his sentence. The families of the 2 victims were seated in the court gallery awaiting the verdict of the judge, but got off to a bad start with a deputy working in the courtroom. Judge Haney rescheduled the hearing because there was no lawyer to defend him in court. While Wade was being escorted out of the courtroom, he muttered some harsh words to the members of the victim's family who were sitting in the gallery. Enraged members of the victim's family surged forward, pursuing Wade. Fortunately for him, he was able to flee through an open door behind the bench, which leads to a hallway in the judge's chambers.
Okay, the day before you're in circuit.
Okay.
Fine, thank you. Thank you, Honor. I have
Deputy sheriffs went after members of the victim's family, who was chasing him down the hallway. Judge Haney had to press the panic button to alert security personnel outside the courtroom and to also ask for more backups. Deputies arrived to help calm the intense situation. They arrested 4 people from the gallery and took them into custody, charging them with disrupting court operations and destructive conduct, both considered as misdemeanor offenses. Although Wade did not sustain any injuries, his case continues, and he is yet to be sentenced, nor has he entered a plea for his offense. Maurice Gibson, on the other hand, pleaded guilty, but his case is still ongoing. This isn't the first time killers were attacked in court, as in the case of Kwin Boes. This is Kwin Boes, a 23-year-old man from Indiana, who was in court to receive a sentence for the death of his 11-month-old son, Parker Boes. In his defense, Boes stated that he got home and discovered the infant lying on the ground. He narrated that the toddler may have fallen off a couch and hit his head on the table after shaking out of a baby pillow where he was placed. A Marion County officer stated that Kwin must have given a blow to Parker's head, which resulted in his death. Boes showed remorse and pleaded guilty to a charge of felony domestic battery, resulting in death, leading to the dismissal of the other charges against him. The court sentenced Boes to 20 years in jail, followed by 5 years of probation. As the police led Boes away in cuffs and chains, an unexpected incident occurred. The child's uncle, Jeremiah Matthew Hartley, who was lying in wait, unexpectedly appeared and punched him before the police dragged him down. They were separated, and Jeremiah was charged with contempt in connection with a misdemeanor accusation and was sentenced to 179 days in jail for his actions. If you think you have seen it all, then Wait till you see how the victim's family lunges at Dale Williams in court.
Killed my mother, man. That was my mom. She took care of me, bro.
A sentencing hearing for the man who shot and killed an Ohio mother in 2017 took place at the courthouse in Youngstown, Ohio. If proven guilty, Dale Williams could face a sentence of up to 23 years to life in prison for the incident. Dale Williams crashed his car into his ex-girlfriend Elizabeth Pledger Stewart's vehicle on June 15, 2017, making it veer off the road. He then fatally shot her multiple times when she got out of the car and tried to escape. Police arrived at the scene as the shooting was taking place and arrested Williams. In response to the charge of killing his ex-girlfriend, Pledger Stewart, Dale Williams entered a guilty plea to the charge of aggravated murder. The victim's loved ones were present at the sentencing. Just as the victim's daughter was about to deliver her victim impact statement, Stewart's two sons decided to seek justice for their late mother. One of the two sons, reportedly wearing blue jeans and a black t-shirt, leaped over a wooden table and lunged at Williams. Despite the efforts of the officers to put a stop to the assault, the man was able to seize Williams by the feet and haul him away. The victim's second son, who was wearing orange pants and an orange shirt, ran around the table towards Williams, trying to help his brother. But when one of the officers fired a taser gun, both of them were subdued. The court delayed Williams' sentence as he was taken out of the courtroom. The court session reconvened after the uproar was calm, as the victim's sister gave her victim impact statement.
We saw him, his face, we felt it was so much emotion due to a flashback of how he just killed my niece.
Authorities arrested and charged Anthony D., 30, Jerome Stewart, 23, with assault, contempt of court, and hindering official legal proceedings. Dale eventually received a sentence of 23 years to life in prison. Dale Williams' court attack is similar to that of Thomas Clifford. Dwayne Smith was present in the Wayne County Circuit Courthouse for the sentencing of Thomas Clifford, his daughter's killer. Thomas Clifford and his girlfriend Jasmine Gordon were arrested and charged in connection with the murder of 3-year-old Jamila Dwayne. While Jasmine Gordon was at work in September 2014, Thomas was watching his girlfriend's little daughter Jamila when she suddenly stopped breathing. Tragically, little Jamila was declared dead upon arrival at Henry Ford Hospital. Gordon asserted that Jamila had been experiencing some underlying health problems ever since she was born. However, the doctors mentioned that she had bruises on her head and chest, which were indications of physical abuse. Before delivering his victim impact statement, Dwayne resolved to make a different type of impression by attacking Thomas. The cops separated the two men, and Smith was removed from the courtroom. The procedures for sentencing were halted by Wayne County Circuit Judge Margaret Van Houten as a result of the uproar, and they were resumed approximately an hour later. The judge ultimately gave Clifford and his wife, Jasmine, a 15-year prison term. Dwayne Smith's outburst in court is similar to that of Ethan Soto's family members. This is 18-year-old Victor Nathanael Rivas, who's on trial for the murder of 15-year-old Ethan Soto in Bexar County Court, Texas. On May 16, 2022, at approximately 3 p.m., Rivas allegedly shot Ethan Soto after enticing him from his residence in the 2100 block of Alston Drive, near Callahan Road, on the northwest side of Oklahoma. On May 15th, Soto robbed Rivas of his THC cartridges, which his mother sought to fix the matter by paying Rivas for the stolen cartridges. She subsequently met with Rivas to give him money, but Rivas had revenge intentions in mind. A few hours later, Rivas sent a message to a young girl and requested that she arrange a drug trade with Soto. The young lady sent a message to Soto on Instagram, pretended that she was interested in purchasing some drugs from him, and made arrangements to meet with him in the vicinity closest to his residence. On May 16th at 2:55 p.m., the girl informed Soto that she was in the vicinity, which prompted him to leave his house to meet her. Regrettably, the girl wasn't there, and Rivas unexpectedly attacked Soto. Several shots were fired at him. After allegedly shooting Soto in what appeared to be retaliation for a drug robbery, authorities arrested him in August 2022 and charged him with murder. During his court appearance, Rivas made a disturbing gesture at Soto's family, who were also in the courtroom, resulting in an all-out brawl. At least 4 members of Soto's family attacked Rivas in the courtroom, throwing punches at him. 2 court bailiffs intervened to break up the brawl, while the rest of Soto's family was escorted out of the courtroom. It was reported that Rivas had only sustained minor body injuries. After the incident, 2 adults and 2 minors were apprehended and charged with assault and disorderly conduct in an open court. Isaiah Benitez's case is quite different from that of Victor Rivas. We're at the State of Connecticut Superior Court in Hartford for arraignment of Isaiah Benitez, who's being charged with first-degree murder with a firearm in connection with the death of Felipe Lopez. The incident occurred on Sigourney Street in Hartford on April 24, 2019, 2 days before Lopez's 17th birthday. Benitez faced accusations of assault and attempted murder from an incident in March, in addition to his trial for Lopez's murder. When Benitez turned himself in 2 days later after killing Lopez, he admitted to authorities that he shot Felipe. Benitez narrated that he had sent a text message to a person asking to purchase a dime, which is equivalent to $10 worth of marijuana, at an address on Sigourney Street. When the supposed seller arrived, Benitez stated he approached the car's passenger side window, which slid down, and informed the teenager in the driver's seat that he had come to purchase marijuana. The teenager grabbed his left arm, at which point he used his right hand to remove a pistol from his belt and fired 2 bullets at the boy. He was about to be sentenced by the judge after being found guilty of first-degree manslaughter when things took an unexpected turn. Juan Felipe Lopez's father and his twin brother unexpectedly lunged at Isaiah Benitez.
On that file, and the other file, Your Honors, for interfering in an FTA second, who's given a promise to appear on that file. He has 1 conviction.
Court officers thankfully subdued them and dragged Benitez out of the courtroom before an uproar occurred. Juan Lopez, Lopez's father, was handcuffed by court marshals and led him out of the courthouse.